Dear students, I start my lecture on the topic classification and salient features of porifera. The animals which have holes are called porifera. Porifera includes pore-bearing animals. They are commonly called sponges. All the sponges are aquatic. The animals which living in water are said to be aquatic. Among those aquatic sponges, most of them are marine and few are freshwater. They are sedentary in habit. Sedentary animals which obtain their food by filtering the waters which surround them. The feeding current is created by the continuously beating the flagella of choanocytes, and water enters the ostia or incurrent canals leaving through the osculum. They are asymmetrical or radially symmetrical. In asymmetry, the body parts are irregularly arranged around the central axis. Here, the animal cannot be split into two equal halves. Example, amoeba. In radial symmetry, the body parts can be split into two equal halves by any plane passing through the central axis from top to bottom. Here the body parts are arranged around the central axis. It is a symmetry of wheel. The animals which exhibiting radial symmetry are called radiata. The radial symmetry is associated with the sedentary life. Example, sponges. They are the first multicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms are composed of more than one cell, with a group of cells differentiated to take on specialized functions. They have cellular grade of organization. The cells are arranged as cell associates. This is called cellular grade of organization. They have three cell types, namely pinacocytes, mesenchyma cells and choanocytes. The body wall of the sponge consists of two layers, namely outer ectoderm and an inner endoderm in between the non-cellular mesenchyma cells. The body wall of the sponge consists of two layers. The outer layer is called pinacoderm and it consists of flattened cells called pinacocytes. Pinacocytes are part of the epithelium in the sponge. Pinacocytes are filled with mesohyl, which is gel-like substance that helps to maintain the shape and structure of the sponge. It helps in the movement, that is contracting and stretching, cell adhesion, signaling, phagocytosis and polarity. Next, the inner layer is called choanoderm. It consists of a specialized flagellated cells called choanocytes. The choanocytes tend to line certain inner portions of the sponge body. The choanocytes are surround the mesohyl. Next, mesenchyme. It is located between the ectoderm and the endoderm. It is gelatinous in nature. It consists of numerous amoebocytes and spicules. There are many types of amoebocytes. First one is archaeocytes. These are totipotent amoebocytes. They can develop into any type of cells. Next one is sclerocyte. These are amoebocytes with secreting spicules. Next one is coloncyte. These are connective tissue cells. Next one is chromocytes. These are pigmented amoebocytes. Teshocytes. These are the storage cells. Next one is myocytes. These are contractile cells situated around the ostia. They are diploblastic. The body wall is formed of two layers, namely an outer ectoderm and an inner endoderm. These two layers are cemented together by a gelatinous substance called mesoglia. The mesenchyme are also known as mesoglia. in sponges. The endoderm is formed of flagellated choanocytes. Choanocyte has an oval shell body and a funnel shaped collar cells. The shell body contains a nucleus and a basal granule. The flagellum arises from the basal granule and it passes through the collar. The basal granule is connected with the blepharoblast by a root called rhizoblast. The choanocytes are around the mesohyl. Next one, the body is perforated by numerous minute pores called ostia. The ostia enters into a large cavity called spongocoel. The spongocoel opens to the outside by a large opening called osculum. Sponges possesses an endoskeleton in the form of calcareous spicules. Spicules are needle-like calcareous crystalline bodies. They form the skeletal framework of the sponges. These are made up of calcium carbonate. They are secreted by the scleroblast. Spicules are different shapes. They are in the form of needles, rods, bows, arrows and stars, etc. Spicules are classified based on their size. The spicules are classified into two types, namely megasclerus and macrosclerus. Spicules can be classified according to the number of axes and rays. They are monoaxon, trioxon, tetraoxon, polyoxon, asters and desmos, etc. It helps in the protection and support for sponges. Next one, excretion and respiration occur by diffusion. Diffusion means the movement of water molecules from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. In excretion, the nitrogenous waste products and feces are washed out by the water current. In respiration, the cells absorb oxygen from the water current and gives out carbon dioxide. They have greater power of regeneration. Reproduction is of two types, that is asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction. Production of young ones is called reproduction. Production of young ones with the involvement of gametes is called sexual reproduction. Production of gametes without the involvement of gametes is called asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is by budding. Small outgrowths develop from the base of the individual. These outgrowths are called buds. These buds grow into an adult. They remain with the parent to form a colony, or they separate from the parent and swim to a new place, attach to the substratum and develop into a new sponge. Next, by gemule production. Gemule production is a method of asexual reproduction during unfavorable condition. Gemule is an endogenous bud. Gemule consists of a collection of amoebocytes or archaeocytes containing reserve food. The amoebocytes are enclosed by a capsule formed of an outer chitinous layer and an inner chitinous layer. The wall of the capsule is fitted with a monoaxon spicule or amphidisc. The opening of the capsule is called a micropyle. Gemules remains resistant throughout the unfavorable condition. During favorable condition, the amoebocytes come out and grow into an adult. Next, development is direct or indirect. Development is indirect. The zygote undergoes segmentation. The segmentation is called cleavage. Cleavage is holoblastic and unequal. The complete cleavage is called holoblastic. Unequal, here the blastomeres are not equal in size. Cleavage leads to the formation of blastula. The blastula develops into the parenchyma larva or amphiblastula larva. First one is parenchyma larva. It is a larva of Porifera. It is a free swimming larva. It is microscopic and oval in shape. It consists of an outer flagellated cells and inner amoebocytes. After a short free swimming life, it is attached to the substratum. The amoebocytes migrate to the exterior and spread out to form the ectoderm and mesoderm. The amoebocytes are enclosed by ectoderm and become the choanoderm. The ostia and osculum develops and the larva grow into an adult. Next one is Amphiblastula larva. It is a larva of Porifera. It is a free swimming larva. It is microscopic and oval in shape. It consists of two cells. One is the flagellated micromeres and the second one is granulated macromeres. After a short free swimming life, the larva is converted into a cup shaped gastrula. The opening of the gastrula is called blastopore. The gastrula is attached to the substratum by the blastoporal end and the larva develops into an adult. Next, classification of Porifera. Here the phylum Porifera is classified into three classes based on their types of spicules, that is Calcarea, Demospongia and Hexatinellida. First class is Calcarea. Skeleton is formed of calcareous spicules, radially symmetrical animals. Choanocyte cells are large and conspicuous. They have usually single cavity, that is spongiocele, which opens to the outside by a single opening called osculum. Example, Lucilia. It is a small and solitary sponge. The basal portion of the body is broad while the apical portion is narrow. The osculum is present at the tip. It is surrounded by the oscular fringe of monooxon spicules. The spongiocele is narrow and the body wall is quite thick. The canal system is of Leucon type. Second class is Hexatinellida. Skeleton is formed of 6-rayed trioxon siliceous spicules. Canal system is branched or unbranched, radially symmetrical. These are also known as glass sponges. Example, Pheronema. It is a deep sea glass sponges. It is a cup or bowl shaped with a thick wall and a narrow spongiocele. The spongiocele opens to the exterior by an opening called osculum, which is surrounded by the spicules known as marginal prostals. Skeleton consists of siliceous glassy spicules and amphidisc. Body is attached to the mud by twisted root tufts of spicules called the basal prostals. Next, third class is Demospongia. Skeleton either present or absent. When present, it is either in the form of spongin fibers or combination of spongin fibers and siliceous spicules. The siliceous spicules when present are never 6-rayed. The canal system is complicated, that is Raygon type. These sponges are of great economic importance. Example, Chalina. Chalina, it is otherwise called as dead man's finger. It is orange, yellow or red in color. It is a deep sea form. It grows as a branched moss, giving us the appearance of a hand with many fingers perforated with oscula. The skeleton consists of spongin with siliceous spicules embedded in it. Next, economic importance of sponges. Few chemical substances secreted by the sponges have anti-inflammatory, anti-tumoral activities and antibiotic, and they are used in the production of medicine. The endoskeleton of some sponges has commercial value and they are used as cleansing implements for baths. Thank you.